have a very happy update to the Tron Ares being played in theaters. My wish from the other night came true. Tron Ares will be in the movie theaters longer. AMC now has shows playing Friday all the way up until Wednesday the 5th. Regal, which had no shows, now has shows playing all the way up until Thursday the 6th. It doesn't mean that they won't go past that point. It's just in case you want to see it at these places, time is ticking. So, I love Aries. I will be seeing it 7 times as of this weekend. And the good news is I am having a watch party on the Gadgetrish YouTube page. I will be seeing Legacy for the first time. So if you want to join me, head over to my YouTube page and we'll have a watch party tonight. Peace. Hello, everyone. Happy Tron Legacy Watch Party. This is the second and probably final Tron watch party we have. There is another Tron 1982 extended version, but honestly, y'all weren't really there for the last one, so it's fair to say this is the end. But I'm not gonna lie, I am beyond excited to do this watch party because everyone keeps saying, oh my gosh, Trish, you gotta see Legacy. It's fire. It's good. It's the one. For now, the one for me is still Tron Ares. And as you guys saw in my intro, whatchamacallit? Oh, I forgot to activate my picture. As you saw in my intro, there has been some happy changes. We're going to talk about that in a second, or talk about it a little bit more. But at least you guys do have some time to see Tron Ares, but your time is running out. The irony is I don't have a watch on, and I have so many watches in real life. It's not that deep not to have a watch, but it just feels weird. It just feels weird. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what's on the agenda for things to talk about. Please feel free to follow me on TikTok. Now, I am now airing on YouTube and now TikTok for at least the beginning of these watch parties, because we always have a discussion, it gives people time to warm up, get their snacks, get comfortable. Some of you guys have openly admitted, like, because my lives are so late, that you fall asleep to my watch parties. Thank you, I guess. Glad to be a calming voice for some. Hey, Michael, I see a couple of people in here passing through on the TikTok side. But on TikTok, I am proud to say I'm a member of Group 7. Actually, it's an inside joke that has taken a life on its own. But shout out to Sophie. I think her name is Sophie James, and for her genius way to get her music out. And in New York, we're forming groups and meetups, and other parts of the country are doing meetups for Group 7. So it's definitely becoming a thing, and I'm here for it. So please feel free. My goal is to get 1K. I was hoping by November 1st, but unless there's some weird freak of viral follow support, I don't know if I'll get to that 1K by November 1st, but I'll eventually get there. I get slow but steady numbers. And what I'm learning from this whole TikTok and even YouTube journey, you have to provide a service for people. Either you have to provide information, comedy, entertainment, and I hope to get better at all those things, because it's just like, you don't know. I mean, TikTok and YouTube are two different beasts. So of course, I know YouTube better because I was on YouTube since I was in college. I had a YouTube account since 2007. Yeah, that's a long time. So 2 years from now, I would have been, from now 2027, I will have been on YouTube for 20 years. Now, of course, when we was on YouTube in college, it was cat videos. This was not a career. We just did it to consume. Just like TikTok used to be dance videos and now has evolved to business and marketing. You know, everything evolves, right? And so TikTok to me is harder to do, and I love a good challenge, and I'm slowly learning, and I'm seeing the value of it. It's just different. It's very different. Actually, and I think it's harder only because there's so many steps, including doing lives. Like TikTok encourages lives all the time. So this is why we're live. So what's up, Kassan? I see you. What's up, user 7446790186? Thanks for joining. I can't help it. I'm such a clown. So we did have a Tron watch party for the original. The original, I ain't gonna lie, the graphics was straight booty cheeks, horrible. But it was actually a good enough story for me to see it again, and I'm going to see it again off camera. I actually saw Tron right before I did this live, because one, you guys know I fell asleep in the last one, and two, of course, I was talking to you guys on YouTube, so you're distracted, you're not quite paying attention, and so I will watch it again. I'll probably watch it again over the weekend. I don't know. Again, since Aries is my introduction to the whole Tron ecosystem, I guess. Tron Aries is my boo-boo. That's my baby. And now I want to go to Disney, and now I want to go check out the Tron ride, and I don't think I'll be buying stuff. Maybe I'll get myself maybe one or two things if I ever get to go to Disney again, but not if, when. Never say if. Just claim it. But it's different. I don't know why Disney keeps trying to revise Tron, but I'm glad they did. But now I have things that I want to happen, but one thing I didn't mention in last time's thoughts about Tron 82, to go back a little bit, is I love how Flynn felt so connected to the not the users, the actual, like, the computer parts. Like, he was connected to everyone that was part of the grid. I don't know, I didn't realize that during the watch party, but I was like, yo, Flynn is all, and you could tell to him, and maybe because he created them, that he feels so connected to them. And so I have a feeling in Tron Legacy, because I have seen some of the reviews. By the way, I don't understand how people do reviews and literally spoil the whole thing. So I found myself so many times cutting off people's reviews on Legacy, because I'm like, this is not a review. This is clearly spoiler alert. What are we talking about? What's up, Nicole from Nicole's View? Thanks for passing through. So yeah. So hopefully I can get through Legacy without being spoiled, because I was like, what kind of reviews are this? Or if you're going to have a review, please have spoiler alerts. I'm just saying. So heads up, as we spoke about in the very beginning of this video, there are diminishing screens on Tron Aries. Now, the good news is, when I spoke to you guys on Monday night, there was nothing hardly playing on AMC side, and then on the Regal side, nothing past Thursday, which is tomorrow. Regal has actually extended shows all the way until next Thursday, which I believe is November 6th. And AMC has shows up until November 5th. Again, it doesn't mean more shows won't be added. But if you're like me, like, I would like to see Tron Aries with seeing Tron 82 and Tron Legacy. I've seen it 6 times. I love it. But of course, when I saw all, like, the people who didn't like it, they were like, oh my God, they should have, like, continued with the Legacy thing, or oh my God, like, it was like so deep. And of course, everyone's opinions are valid, right? because I mean, I'm just coming into this thing. I have no idea what the hell's going on. But I'm wondering, like, I have a feeling if I change my mind about how I feel about Aries, it will be because of legacy. So far, I feel Tron 1982 just enhances Aries. Like, I didn't feel like, I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert, just disregard what I'm saying. I'm just saying I still like it. There was one criticism I heard from several reviewers that people didn't like how Aries, well, actually, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that just in case you didn't see Tron. Just in case you didn't see Aries. But there's something in part 1 that doesn't carry into part 2. I mean, Aries, but I think that's because I think it was going to happen for part 4, which probably may not happen because of the box numbers, but whatever. I don't know. So I had wishes, but since one wish came true about more shows being added, we have at least another week to see it on the big screen. Now, from most reviewers, a lot of people love the 3D experience so much. Me, I'm like a love-hate thing with 3D. When I saw Tron 3D in 34th Street, I loved it. And then when I saw it on 42nd Street, it was trash to me. I think it depends on the glasses. Like, I felt like it was just so unpleasant at 42nd Street. No shade to Times Square. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Sarah? So I'm like, but the majority of the fans love Tron Aries in 3D. And with that being said, both Regal and AMC will still have it in that option. Now, if you want to see it in the 4DX experience, Regal still will continue with that. But again, less than a week of movies are playing. No, actually about a week, because we still have tomorrow. So yeah, just be aware of it. Whether you love it or hate it, or whether you like it or not, if you've ever seen any of the Trons, or you're curious about what all the discourse is about, I would recommend seeing it. Now, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, if you are part of the Regal memberships, which is free, by the way, you get to see the movies at like almost half off on Tuesdays. If you belong to AMC has 2 options. You have a $15 a year option where you can see it for half off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then if you are A-lister, which I would highly recommend if you plan to watch a movie at least once a week, or even once every other week, you get to see up to 16 movies for one set price. And that's including IMAX, all the premium screens. So, just, for those, if you're like me, you're trying to save money, but you want to enjoy yourself, that's the way to go. Glad to hear you're doing good, Sarah. Have you ever watched Tron Legacy, or have any of the Trons for that matter? And if so, let me know. Also to TikTok, because I don't want to forget you guys. I see a couple people coming in and out. Shout out to Mary, Kenneth, Angie, Angela. Wonder if that's my cousin. But let's see. So my wish is for there to be a Tron 4. Hopefully TikTok can see the graphics. I'm trying to find a way so y'all can see what I'm talking about. There should be a Tron 4. Now listen, y'all. I am sorry that you took an L on the box office. But, I've been doing my research. There is some reasons, I'm not going to get into why certain people may have not come out, right? I'm hoping that you chose the people that you chose to be in the movie because everything's good. Everything's been cleared. I'm just saying. Like I said, I'm new to the whole everything. But you know me, when I hear buzzing, I got to research. So let's just say everything's all good in this world. Everything's fine. Everything clears. Make that Tron 4. And you need to tie in Tron's 82, Tron Legacy, and of course Tron Aries to make the ultimate Tron. I'm definitely I love Easter eggs and things connecting together. This is why I love Star Wars so much, or Marvel, MCU. I love connective tissue. For whatever reason, Disney has put so much money into Tron, whether in the movies, whether it be in their, features in the parks. Make the investment count, Disney. Like everyone's ripping Disney a new one because it's a lot of peanut butter, no jelly kind of thing. Like, for example, I would say Disney has been consistent in putting quality work in everything they do in terms of graphics. In most cases, Snow White needed some help, no shade. And what was the other one? Okay, not everything Disney puts out graphic-wise is great, but most of it. So in this case, in Tron Ares, the graphics is phenomenal. There's not good, it's phenomenal. So on that level, like I hope they get some kind of award for what they're doing. But what I can say is you put the money in, right? Listen to the criticism from the voices that matter. Make sure it's a story that will make viewers want to go to the movies. And let's get that Tron 4 out there, Like that's just gonna be my wish. Sarah writes I have watched the first Tron a couple of months ago, and I don't really remember watching the second one. I ain't gonna lie, Sarah, I struggled with the first one. It was so outdated that it was almost unwatchable. But thank God I saw a review on the relevance of Tron 1982. And honestly, like once they're out the grid, it looks great. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it way more than I thought the first time I saw Tron. I watched it for 4 minutes and I left. And then that's when I said, you know what, give it another try. Because everybody's like, oh, if you saw Ares, it does tie some stuff from Tron 82. So I was like, if anybody knows me, I'm a completionist. I have to see it, every component to everything. It's just who I am. It's who I've always been. So that's my wish. Again, I'm sorry that the box office numbers was not what Disney or anybody was expecting, for that matter. But just because a movie doesn't do well in the movie theater doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just means that people are not willing to part from their money and time. Like, even though I get the best deal possible on watching movies, it still takes a lot of time out of my day, like a lot. So the fact that I'm going to see Tron Ares for the 7th and probably the last time, because I just don't have time like that. I need to go back to my YouTube channels and make videos and edit and all the stuff that comes with my life. I just was like, I just kept watching the movie over and over and over and over and over again, just making sure, like, yo, I like it, but I wanted to be really make sure I was trying to understand the criticisms, and I just don't quite agree with what a lot of people were saying. It felt like there was a narrative being done on this movie, and I'm not saying like people's valid points were not valid. Some people really did make valid points, but I'm talking about the critics. It was sounding like people were just pretty much trying to go on this weird bandwagon of hating on a freaking movie. And that was my issue. You could just tell like there was a narrative, whether it had been on the actor himself or expectations not being met. I know a lot of legacy lovers have a big issue with Ares. And so that's why I'm so excited to do this watch party. So, because I was like, will legacy change how I feel about Ares? We're going to find out tonight. So, some fun finds. I'm going to do my best to make sure TikTok and YouTube is seeing it, because this is definitely more of a show and tell kind of thing. Starting with my Amazon storefront. I do have a storefront. I would appreciate from the bottom of my heart. I know a nice chunk of you guys were kind enough to get a few things from my shop. It helps give me a little kickback. It helps keep the lights on. Literally, there's so much overhead on this YouTube channel and TikTok. So, help a sister out. If you like my style, and a lot of you guys, especially when I'm walking around New York, shout out to New York, because New Yorkers are not quick to give compliments, but they'll be like, yo, sis, I love your outfit, da da da. Like so far, the biggest compliment I ever got on the any of my fits was the Tron Mickey Mouse one. That one, when I said, like, even my coworkers were kind enough to take pictures with me, I was like, no, that's a first. And honestly, it was my favorite. That's more of my personality. Is very animated, unique, whimsical, like Betsy Johnson type of a style. So that stuff is not yet in my shop. Just the stuff that lights up, which the glasses, the vest, and the jumpsuit, that has its own shop. It's called Illumafit. It has anything that lights up and stuff will be available now in the links. Coming soon though, the watches, the Mickey Mouse glasses, that tutu, all that stuff did come from Amazon. Now, of course, the designer stuff did not come from this Amazon. I got that stuff consigned out. If you're big on designer clothes and if you want to save money, I would highly suggest thrift stores, consignment shops, or if you have friends that are into that stuff too, trading parties. I got very lucky. I got a lot of this stuff during the pandemic, and during the pandemic, that stuff was cheap, like cheaper than Old Navy. Like some of my consigned stuff is cheaper than stuff that I got from Shein. Now, if you try to buy some of my pieces, it's not going to be that cheap. I bought this stuff like 5 years ago. But and it doesn't have to be designer. If anybody knows me, especially now, because money is tight, I do a lot of stuff from Amazon now. Amazon is my go-to. I used to shop Shein, but Shein's not as cheap as it used to be either. So I know a lot of you guys on TikTok, you guys shop TikTok shop. I personally, I don't have a preference of things being designer or not. I just prefer things to be made well. If I have an option, things, I prefer things to be ethically made, but things that are ethically made, like unfortunately, is super expensive. That's why I get my stuff at consignment shops, because I was like, one of my favorite designers actually is Stella McCartney, sustainability. Her stuff is actually good, not perfect. We could have a whole different discussion about that on my vegan channel, but I wouldn't classify her as a vegan designer, but I would say she's vegan friendly. Like she'll make a lot of vegan leathers. Her wool stuff is not considered vegan, but according to her website, the wool, how they consume the wool doesn't harm the animals, this, that, and the third. So, like I said, maybe I'll do a special video on Stella McCartney stuff. But I would, I hope to meet other sustainable, vegan-friendly designers in my journey of getting back into fashion and sustainability. I'm not sure if you guys saw that documentary about fast fashion, but unfortunately, because we overconsume stuff and we discard things like it's nothing, it's causing pollution to the planet. It's actually sad, and that's why, like, I try not to throw things away. I try to wear things for as long as I can, and if I don't like wear them anymore, I sell it away. Nothing's perfect. We do a lot of things out of ignorance, but I've been really big on buying pre-owned stuff since I've seen that show. And if I'm buying something brand new, it's only because I legitly need it. So, and I couldn't find it used. So that's just my little, yeah. Anyway, so check out the Gadgetrish Amazon shop. I hope to have a TikTok shop one day. I'm still new to this whole TikTok stuff, and right now I don't qualify for anything, but we'll see. So another fun find. Let me see. Let me do the stuff that's the easiest. So if you saw Tron the first Sunday it came out. Let me see. Let me solo this screen so the YouTube people could see this. We got a free keychain. I have put this on my bag. I don't buy too many customized bags anymore. What I'll do now, I'll put a keychain on the bag and then we're done. Because if I got a bag for every single movie or thing I saw, this place would be a hot mess. So if I just put a keychain on my bag, it's customized. We're done. When you're finished with the keychain, just put it away and then use it another time. Another thing, I got a couple of posters for free. And I hope you're following me on TikTok. Listen, y'all, when I get stuff like this for free, you guys know in real time or close to real time where the free stuff is at. I told you about the keychaining in real, I won't say realish time, because sometimes I have to like be respectful of the moviegoers. I'll tell you where the posters were at. So our first poster we got was a Wednesday. I don't remember the exact date. We got the one with Jared Leto, right? Jared Leto, Jared on it. And then on the other side, it said IMAX. So it's a double-sided poster. Then when I went to go get my popcorn buckets from Regal, we got this poster. Now listen, the day I saw these posters, when I said I was trying to get to TikTok as quickly as possible, they had those posters in the lobby, which I've never seen, because if it's in the lobby, you don't have to have a ticket. So they had it in the lobby. Then they had it by the ticket booth. Again, you don't have to get a ticket when it's there. I've never even seen posters there until that weekend. And then when you went upstairs and bought a ticket, they had more posters. Low key, I wanted to take more, but I was like, I don't want to be greedy. You want everyone to get it. But then when I went to Regal Saturday that just passed, they had it again. We're talking about Regal's poster. So I don't know if they have any more, but Regal had posters for days. So another poster I got was with Athea. Now this was available if you saw the following Wednesday. Thank y'all on TikTok for defending me, because I ain't gonna lie, I was a little rude, and I try not to be rude because I work in customer service, so I hate to be the person that messes up the energy. But when I got the poster, I was like, check it out on TikTok. But basically, I was just like, I'm here for Athea. And then what happened was I already like scanned my ticket. So it's like, bro, you just cost me a ticket. So it all worked out. I end up booking another ticket that day and got it at 42nd Street. And then when I saw Tron again, because I see Tron so many times now, when I went to Tron, no, actually, when I saw Good Fortune Saturday just passed, they had the poster again. But the bad news is when I saw it, got the second poster with Athea, it got damaged because I didn't have my poster container with me. Which I love this poster container, but the downfall is it's too big to fit in most of my bags. But I still would suggest, if you love posters the way I do, and I don't take any posters, it has to be something that like Tron or Fantastic Four, like something I'm going to hang up for real. The only time I take posters is when I know I'm going to resell it with like a popcorn bucket bundle. But I really don't resell any of this stuff. So I only take the posters that I know I'm going to use for the house. Like one of my friends, he likes Fantastic Four, so I gave him one of the limited edition posters as a birthday gift. But what I might do is start, connecting with y'all and say, look, if you could pick up a poster for me at Regal, I can pick up a poster for you at AMC. Because I usually go to AMC now because, like I said, I have a really good membership there. and it's just more user friendly. Regal, now I only go to Regal if it's a 4DX experience, or if it's a movie not shown in AMC. I know the highest to lowest with Spike Lee was only at Regal. So that determines like which movie house I'm going to be. Now the only reason why I'm in Regal so much though in general is because they have popcorn buckets that are mind-blowingly amazing. So let me just get to the popcorn bucket part so we can start this watch party. One of my favorite buckets of all times is now this one. I love how it lights up. Let me turn up this light over me so y'all can see it. It lights up, really, really cool. It's got this really cool grittish thing about it. If I had to be critical of the design, it is super fragile. It is super, super fragile. Yeah, but it came with a cup. Now the cup, give me a second. This office is tight. Like I need to like clear the whole office out and expand it the other way. But anyhow, the cup was my favorite thing on the planet until it broke. I can't really show because there's light reflecting it, but it's cracked here. But from what I could tell, it's not leaking. So, but I think it could leak though. Yeah, that's crazy. So if you get this set, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's fragile as hell. The first time I brought this set, and thank God I realized it before I went, like home. She sold it to me broken. I should have known from that this thing was fragile. So when I took this to the movie theater, I did have a protective wine thing to keep it from cracking. I think this actually cracked in my house recently. It didn't even crack when I traveled with it. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. Like that set cost me $40. So I was like, bro. Then I got this one from AMC. This is the cheapest of the group. I honestly prefer the classic popcorn buckets because you could stack one into the other so it doesn't take so much space in your house. But a lot of you popcorn collectors, and I was on Reddit earlier today, you guys love to display your popcorn buckets. If I had the space, I would do the same. But I'm in an apartment and I already have like the space spoken for. So if you have the space to have them all out, I'm always on Reddit like, oh, that's so cool. Like they usually use like those IKEA cube or Target cube systems, and they put them all in the cubes. I know for me, I'm still trying to figure out how we're gonna go about the whole popcorn bucket storage display thing. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have to sell 5 to 10 buckets because there's just no place for all these buckets. And the biggest bucket, and surprisingly, I have a spot for it, is this one. Let me turn off the light again. This is the most unique and beautiful bucket I have ever purchased in my life. It's also the most expensive. I think the final price was $80. Yeah. This might be the only bucket I get for the fall because like one, money wise, this put me way over budget. I know I had some gift cards for the AMC stuff. Like I had $70 in AMC cards, but this did not come from AMC. This came from Regal. So this is beautiful. It's stunning. Now, unfortunately, this is super fragile like that Aries cup. The first one they gave me was straight out broken, and thank God I examined it. This one, I think the front wheel is cracked. And to be honest, I think I cracked it because, let me just turn off the light. Where is this? When I was walking through Times Square, Someone bumped into me really bad. Like if you ever walk through Times Square, it's almost unavoidable to bump into people because New Yorkers are so freaking rude. Sorry, New Yorkers, you're rude. So I knew by those, like the way my bag was hit, I was like, I bet you my bucket got damaged, and it did. So if you're going to get the light cycle, because they just started coming into the theaters as of a week ago, try to find a way to maybe get a Hawkins bag if you have one of those. Maybe have pillows or foam to protect it, or just don't go to Times Square. But I got my stuff from Times Square, so it is what it is. I was actually stuck in the area, and I said, "Oh, let me just check out Regal." I said, "Oh my gosh!" Now, if I could get any extra money, I will get the arcade one. But if I don't get it, now that I've seen part one, now the whole arcade thing's like a big deal in my head. Like all this stuff will make sense. We're going to have this special thing on YouTube/TikTok called the Popcorn Series. I'm going to show you guys how we're storing everything, how we're displaying everything. I was hoping for the apartment to get repaired, but let's just say we're going to have to work around it because it's like my building is so slow about everything. I think some of the flooring had to get retiled, and some painting had to get done. I'm just like over it. I'll do what I can basically, but I hope to start the popcorn series soon. I don't want to have a date because right now, because I work in retail, it's the busiest time of the year for me personally when it comes to my 9 to 5. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do some shorts for the winter season, and then we'll do the long form stuff in the January when things are slower. But gosh, I talk so much. But that is all my fun finds. Now we're ready to stream. Now, if you are on TikTok and had this weird angle, you're a boss for staying here this long. I saw a couple of invites. Unfortunately, I can't do TikTok collabs when I'm doing a YouTube because there's no way YouTube could see you guys. But I am cutting TikTok off because we're about to do the watch party. Again, if you are on TikTok and you want to do the watch party with us, head over to the Gadgetrish YouTube channel, and you will need a separate device. I can't show the movie, but with that being said, thank y'all for coming through and listen to me rant about God knows what. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys probably next week, not unless I see something really cool in the city to show you. Shout out, goodbye to my group 7, y'all, the real ones, and my Disney friends and my gadget heads, and just my real friends and family. I'm out. Bye, TikTok. Now, of course, I can't see the part how to end this. What? Where's the little 3 buttons to end this? Sorry, YouTube. YouTube. Well, I try to figure out how to get out of here because it's probably because I can't see what I need to see. It's usually at the top how to end this. I'm so annoyed. All right, TikTok. I'm just gonna pause you so I figure out how to end this. All right. Guys, grab a separate device. You are going to either go to Disney Plus and stream it, but you're gonna have to have the ad-free tier to see it. I personally ended up buying it through Amazon Prime because this was like $5. I don't have an ad tier free Disney Plus subscription yet. So, whatchamacallit? Oh, new journey on TikTok, stage 5. Oh, thank you. I'll post about it when I get a chance. I haven't decided if I can afford the ad tier free stuff. Like I actually had to cut off one of my services yesterday. And yeah, like the economy, like I hope things change. That's all I gotta say. It's everything's going up. Salaries are not going up. Then for those who are on SNAP, I heard they're cutting your benefits. It's just a mess. Who cut SNAP during freaking the holidays? It's mind blowing. And if you guys New York the way I know New York, let's just say I'm not gonna say, but say what could happen. But it's almost like they're trying to cause chaotic situations on purpose. Oh man, it's actually hardening. Like that kind of stuff makes me sad. Because that there are times when I remember when I was younger, I used to be on SNAP, and I don't qualify for it anymore. But sometimes I have to still go to pantries and stuff to get food. Now, like, I'm only eating well because my pantry in my home is stocked very well. But it's starting to get low. Like, I don't know. I mean, I can't help it. Like, even though I'm in La La Land, like, just certain things you just can't dismiss. And cutting off people's benefits in those ways, if you qualify for SNAP, that means that your income is lower than it's low. You need it. And your income is low because people don't pay you what you're worth. Like, for example, I used to work, I won't name the place because I'm not trying to trash the place, but I used to work for a place that you would have thought I would have made a livable wage. I didn't. I qualified for Medicaid and food stamps. And I remember I didn't have money for cable. I don't think I had a cell phone. Everything was bare minimum. I had nothing. And that's one of the reasons why I went back to college. I'm like, this is not living. I can't live like this. And I know for you, some of y'all, you'd be like, oh, you can live without cable. Yeah. And I remember I used to work my butt off back then. And unfortunately, it's starting to feel like that energy again, because it's like you're barely making ends meet. It's tough, right? It's really tough. For those who are working 2 jobs or doing the job and the YouTube and TikTok hustle, yo, keep doing your thing, man, because it's getting tough out there. Then, I'm sorry for going this rant, but I can't help it. Then I found out, I think 30,000 Amazon people will be getting laid off, and there's mergers going on with television productions and stuff, and a lot of those people are getting laid off. And I'm just like, where are these people going? Because I'm in brick and mortar. Brick and mortar is dying because of the online shopping. And so that's why I'm going hard on the Amazon storefront, because I was just like, well, maybe I can make enough money to do that, because, nobody's shopping in brick and mortar like they used to. So this to everyone who's just struggling, do what you got to do to keep the lights on. For those that are losing SNAP benefits, I'm so sorry you're going through this, man. Like I said, I used to depend on that. And honestly, I wish I had it now. Because like when I say I'm struggling right now, shoot. Like I always joke about this, but always say, I can't afford to stay fat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't afford to stay fat. Like, I'm losing weight because I can't afford to stay fat. Like, it's crazy. What's up, Danny? Damn, my beautiful friend. What's up? I know it's late when you're here because you've always been the night owl. You've always been the night owl. But yeah, I was going to move this to tomorrow, but I found out that I have to do another live from other channels. So it is what it is. Time to put on the game grind. Yes, put on the game grind. Grind fun. I messed that up so bad. Let me just get the timer set up and my iPad my iPad set up. Uh, let me see. Where is it? I'm still getting used to like being back on watch parties. I took a time out because I was so exhausted, like so freaking exhausted. I'm still exhausted, but at least I'm sleeping better. I'm experimenting with turning off the lights and TV before I go to bed because I'm used to like sleeping with the TV on, but it's just messing up my sleep. So then yesterday I did pass out in the living room. The living room has the loudest heater in the whole apartment. It's just like it's worse than an alarm. So my dog Gigabyte, I don't know if y'all saw my post on it. It was so funny. Giga had that look like, are you effing kidding me? So the dog and I have been up since 3:30 a.m. yesterday over that stupid heater. So I will no longer be in that living room because I was like, first of all, the heat wasn't on the whole time, so I wasn't like paying and he put it on way earlier than normal, so I was like, bruh. So that was it made it funny short though, because Giga's face literally encompassed what we were both. It was like, are you kidding me? Let me just get trying to get here we go, the bookmark set up. There we go. I usually do that before the live, but I totally forgot this time. Hold on, something's wrong. There we go. I was referring to the first Tron. Yeah, but you see how I butchered that stupid line? Like I destroyed it. I actually saw the first Tron twice, today and then the watch party that I fell asleep in, but whatever. I love the Tron Ares. Yes, the plot was fairly simple, but Tron has always been about cool, imaginary, and amazing tech music. This is why I love you, Dan. Like seriously, like you get it. Like it's the criticisms are so I can't really say anything to I See Legacy, right? But some of the criticism, in my opinion, was unfair. Tron has always been about the spectacle of the freaking technology. Simple story, great graphics. Now, granted, the graphics look like booty cheeks from 82, but that was innovative stuff back then. So, like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like the whole Ares thing has a lot to do with who's in the movie, perhaps, as opposed to the movie just like, now, if you hate it, you hate it. Like, I'm not taking that from you. But like, just like I said, a lot of the people that I'm criticizing is basically the critics, not the YouTubers and TikTokers. It's the critics. There was a narrative. And I'm like, we see you. Because I actually wasn't going to see the movie over the stupid reviews. And then I was like, you know what? You already put the energy into the outfit. Just go. It's not costing you like extra money to go. Just go. And then it turned out to be one of my favorite movies. Like, what are we talking about? Am I going to dress Giga? So surprisingly, I don't celebrate Halloween on Halloween. It's a long story. It has a lot to do with something that happened in college. So my parents actually, specifically my mom though, and the church I go to, they don't celebrate Halloween either. So as kids, we were allowed to do something the week before, but not on Halloween itself. And so when I became an adult, of course, my mom let up a lot. There's a story I'm not going to share from college, but it is Halloween related. And I just decided, you know what? I'm not messing with that holiday. That holiday has a lot more behind it. So the commercial value, like the commercial of Halloween, the commercialized version of Halloween, to some extent, it's harmless, but there is another side to it. And I just leave it there. So I don't, if I could just stay home the whole weekend, I would. Like it's, like I said, college sometimes it opens up too much of a third eye. And I'm like, oh my Lord. But no, Giga and I will be home chilling. We're going to be supporting the Thriller Challenge, though. I'll be home supporting that, streaming Thriller and Station Head with my friends and stuff. But man, I ain't dressing up. I'm chilling. we dress up all the time. Like literally, we dress up all the time. Like Giga, not so much because she doesn't like it. But I did buy her a Jaws shark outfit. Actually, Grogu has a shark outfit on right now. Like this is a very fun, whimsical household. Like it's always something happening at the Gadgetry Zoo. We are those people every day, except on Halloween. The irony of that. But yeah, like some dark stuff, man. Halloween's related, and I'm like, not I. So I'm just lucky nothing's happened in the past. I'll leave that there. Facts. You're trying to, yes, they're trying to trash Tron. Aries like it's the worst movie ever, and the second coming of Morbius, yes, which I didn't even see Morbius but now I want to because I'd be like, can you trust these reviews? Now I did a little digging into Jared. I did. I briefly know some stuff that's pissing some people off. I need some more digging though. But, you know, like I said, I have a lot of thoughts on the whole Jared thing, but I'd rather not get into it because I don't know what's going on. I'm still researching. But I put it like this. I would hope Disney would not hire anybody with questionable behavior. That's the best way to say that. Because when Johnny Depp was in question with his ex, he couldn't work. Who's that guy from Kane? He was in that. He was with Loki. Oh God, Danny, help me out. Danny, help me out. He got accused for hurting his girlfriend, but was found innocent because it wasn't on purpose. Anyway, you wouldn't let him work. And there's other people, if there's any questionable anything, Disney usually puts it on ice or the actor on ice. So I'm hoping that they went forward with Jared because everything's supposed to be fine or was cleared up. But I don't want to talk about anything again because I didn't do deep research. I just saw something today on Spotify, and it was basically like talking about like he might be part of a cult or something, but I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. No. There was a black guy that they took out of the MCU, but he was part of that whole daggone it. I can't believe I forgot this. It's actually a good series. It's one of the better series on Disney Plus. But anyway, the point is when there's questionable behaviors with the actors and actresses at Disney, they usually don't move forward with that person. So like I said, I would hope that if there was an issue, that Disney wouldn't move forward because yes, John Majors, thank you. I was like, yo, I couldn't remember. Because it was just like I don't want to speak on good or bad things on Jared because like I didn't even know who Jared was until this movie came out. Like no clue. I think his acting was good in the movie. I thought he was a good Aries. He was a good AI person. But I can only speak on the movie perspective because, like I said, I'm researching stuff still because some people were trying to be shady about the whole thing. Well, why is Jared in it? Da, 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 da. And then, like, so far, all I found was he might be possibly part of a cult. But enough about Jared because, like, again, I don't like to like put bad stuff out there, and I don't even know what's going on. But I have to mention it because that is the elephant in the room. Him. So whatever. I'll just keep it as it is. I love Jared in the movie of Aries. And like I said, I hope Disney would never move forward with somebody with questionable behavior, especially if it's been brought to light. And I'll leave that there. Yes. So I can't believe I did an hour talking about so much stuff. Let me get my headphones together. I've been using wired headphone lately because a lot of people are just talking about the dangers of the wireless stuff. So even though I prefer no wires, because I have headphones in my ears all day long, better safe than sorry. Use the wires where you can. Let me just go to my Prime. It's like the good old times, Danny. Late streaming. Famous actor Josh struck his then girlfriend, Diana, from Man of Steel and BV. And was arrested, and he was never canceled. I never knew that. Wow. Honestly, because I used to be part of the music scene in New York back in the days, and I was around celebrities. Thank God, non-problematic celebrities, but I did see red flags. But I never witnessed anything but just red flags, little things that made you go like, this industry's not for me. Especially when we were at parties, not specifically the celebrities, but like just the overall attendees and stuff like that. There were issues. As a matter of fact, the celebrities that would give us the access to the place, they had their own section. Like we were never with them. We were only with them like in the studio and stuff, but we were never with them like at the parties. I'm sure if there was shenanigans going on, they weren't going to let anybody in there. Especially me. I had a camera even back then. I had a camera since the mid 90s. I was always that girl. So, but like I said, I was the kind of person like, I don't need to see stuff to know if something's not right for me. I can even imagine how much worse it must be in Hollywood if New York, I feel like New York is just a scratch and Hollywood's on a whole different level. So I'm sure there's a lot of people with questionable behavior, and I guess it only gets checked when you get caught. And that sucks. If you're privileged enough to be making that type of money that you're given, with great, you gotta be responsible and smart about what you do. But of course not. People do the complete opposite when they get money. Well, it's funny. Of course, it was tape back then. But one of the things I want to do is start sharing my life from that era. It was so crazy and it was so fun. I mean, it's still so fun. Actually, I think my life is better now because I'm sober. I can remember it more. But especially when you're young, everything's so new to you. So it's all that new stuff. But I still get excited for everything I do. That's the one part of me that never died. I think I will always be excited and grateful to do anything because it's just like, with great power comes great responsibility. And you read my mind. Thanks, Dan. And I find it ironic that the people of power, it's just like, I mean, I get it. There's so many layers to Hollywood and the music industry that I'd rather not talk about. That I don't understand because I never got that far. But you hear whispers, especially on YouTube and TikTok. But I'm just glad I never went into the industry. I'm just glad. I wanted to be in the industry so bad. And like I said, I just saw little red flags and I said, nah, doggy, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. Especially like having religious parents and the way I was brought up. It was just like, thank God for the overprotective mom and grandparents that I had, because they were just like, nah. So even though you'd be thinking they're doing the most, they're protecting you from the world. So like when you see certain things, you see it quicker. But let me stop chatting. This is a 2-hour live, a 2-hour movie, and it would be nice to be in bed by 2:30 if possible. But then again, Danny knows if I can't take it, I'll just fall asleep. And then Danny will just say, timestamp, she's asleep, y'all. All right, we're going to press start. And hold on, make sure I got everything. There are pros and cons with social media. We know way more now than we did back then. And we also can be negative, but also positive. But I love being able to connect with like-minded people. Right? Well, it's interesting. The issues. So it's so funny though, because power is shifting, right? You know how we were asking about like more people shop online, so my job's in danger because nobody does brick and mortar. And it's so funny. Power shifting from celebrities in Hollywood to YouTubers and TikTokers. And so that means the people that influence you to do questionable behavior is now targeting people of social media. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not judging nobody. I was in the industry and around the industry, and it's unlimited liquor. Drugs back in the 90s was actually weed because it wasn't legal back then. So we'll say drugs for now, or our version of drugs. And then in the early 2000 eras, then I remember people were popping E and other stuff. I never got anything past weed. Honestly, I can't stand weed. That's a whole different story. But out of peer pressure, I guess, I did it. But I never messed with nothing past that because I was like, nah, dogs. But I say all that, you're in an environment where there's no rules. And so, I'm the kind of person, even when I go to those parties in California, we go to those Jackson parties, we're never there past midnight. Like, we never do the private party thing. It's like, oh no, we're going back home. We're going back to our hotels. Peace out. And you just learn over time, like, you can't avoid everything, but if you could avoid drama, just avoid it. Sometimes drama could happen 3:00 in the afternoon, keeping that real with you. We could deal with a sleep. Yo, the sleep was so bad with Jaws. And I think Jaws, the sleep was so bad because, like, even though Jaws is good, the pacing is slow, so it's boring to me. So I don't know. Like right now, I feel like I'm on fire, but sometimes I pass out of nowhere. So if I start getting sleepy, maybe I'll work on my presentation for tomorrow, because I'd rather listen to a movie than just to fall asleep altogether. Overdose with River Phoenix and Chris Farley seems more likely of a Hollywood problem back then. Yeah. Drugs in general is a problem. It's I don't know. I grew up in the 80s, and there was a huge crack epidemic that like literally traumatized me for life. So like, if all you remember of your childhood is zombies walking around New York and whatnot, you're not gonna want to be that. At least that's how I saw it. So that's why I don't mess with drugs at all. Like, I won't even take drugs if I'm sick, if I don't have to. Like I'm that like against it. Like one time they gave me perks because I had kidney stone. I had a really bad kidney stone attack, so they had to give me something strong so I couldn't feel the pain. The minute I can manage without it, I just did not finish the bottle. So I have my personal reasons why I don't like. If there's any possibility I can get addicted to anything, I just won't take it because I'm like, bruh, like I'm definitely not. I get it. Like some people do drugs for fun. Sometimes people do it for escape. Da da da. But it's just like, I struggle with alcohol, and I just knew from my alcohol situation, like that's it. I don't need nothing else. Like some of us are more prone to it than others. So I'm like, I'm good on that, doggy. Plus, I don't like wasting money. If I want to waste money, I want to waste it on a popcorn bucket, a trip, some nice clothes. But not nothing that's gonna mess me up mentally. Like I remember one of my friends, they took a E, and then it was a bad batch. So their brain, like it was weird. Like this big knot came from the back of their head, and I'm like, bro, you could have died. The funny thing is, and now I mean funny in a good way. The person was like, oh, they offered me either next week. Dude, you got a big knot in your head. Why would I take that, bro? Like it was just like it was just like, wait, what? It was like, I'll pass. Yeah, that's why I was like, you won't. Yeah, I'm terrified to do anything. Like even like with food, sugar. I used to have such an addiction to sugar, so bad. And again, I saw something that messed with my head. I lost two beautiful, amazing people in my life due to diabetes. So, like when I see sugar or when I'm like feeling I'm about to binge, I literally be thinking of like that whole situation. So I'm one of those people like I don't have to go through something personally. If I see like it can mess you up, I'm like, it won't. I'm not trying it. So I'm like, I'm one of those people like you can share your testimony with me. I will learn from your mistakes if it will keep me from falling that path. Because I was like, I mean, nothing in life is perfect. Like things happen, and sometimes things lead you to paths you thought you would never take. But I try my best to stay away from things that can harm me if possible. So I already put myself through enough. That's probably why I have the health issues I have because certain things, food's a drug too. If you have too much bad food, it messes with your organs. So I don't know. Let me stop ranting, y'all. Right as you said, idiots. So we're gonna press start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you know, we can still talk. I just want to make sure we're starting now. Hold on. I'm a little ahead by 1 second. There we go. Oh, they still have that Disney thing with the Tron, but in blue. Oh, how cute. Just like Aries. Oh, I should have put this on my big iPad. Completely side note, I dropped my iPad and it broke. Like it broke. So now I'm afraid to like use it like as a TV screen. Then when I try to replace it, because I got mine during the pandemic, the thing was like half off. I try to replace it. That thing is more than my laptop. I was like, pfft. So I got to go to Apple and see if they can fix my screen because I'm not paying that kind of money for an iPad. An iPad is basically a blown up phone. Oh, look at the freaking graphics. I might have to see Tron Aries an 8th time only because I feel like I need to see. Oh God, it's just enough time in a day. So it's 1989. Oh, they got the retro Tron poster in there. This movie was great, much the same way as Aries was. Not quite as negative, but yeah, I heard when this came out, it flopped in theaters too. I don't think the franchise is dead. There's a lot of potential. I mean, I'm excited for this. I mean, Tron's been in my life since I was a kid, and I never cared for it till now. Everyone had an entry point to Tron. Between the three movies, I think there's your fan base. Now the problem is all three movies created three different Tron fans. So there's a problem. I heard the light cycle ride at Universal theme park is really cool. People were saying that Aries was trying to promote. Mm. I didn't realize. Wait, they have one in a light cycle in Universal and Disney, or it's just one? Light cycle in Disney. Okay, so is in Magic Kingdom. Oh, I gotta go to Florida. Awkward. And then you said the other one's in Universal. Oh. Oh. No, I think there's one in Universal too. Universal has various light shows. No, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. It's Disney. I get confused. I think yeah, Universal definitely has rights to some of Marvel stuff. I think like Superman and stuff. That Marvel thing is messy as hell. I don't even know how they all keep up with what you can and cannot do. I guess Stan Lee had to find a way to to make it sustainable and keep one franchise from over dominating everything. I don't know. So far, I'm loving the beginning. Oh, it's another thing people kept comparing the music, and I'm just like, again, I have a feeling everything's gonna be Aries in my head because I started with Aries, not Daft Punk or Daft Punk. I can't wait to go into the grid, though. I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to see what their grid looks like. Yes. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think it would have been good in Michael's hands because Michael's such a perfectionist, but sometimes people's perfection will keep projects from getting done. I mean, look at Michael Jackson's body of work. He only would put out like what 2 albums a decade, if that. So he had two in the 80s, he had 3 in the 90s, and 1 in 2000, and a greatest hits from 2025 era or 2003. And I'm like, and people that work with Michael, like that perfection, like it's. I think Marvel, as much as I would love Michael to have gotten it, Marvel's where it needs is where it needs to be. Dillinger, wait, how did Dillinger get back? How is Wait, what? Wasn't Dillinger the one who stole Flynn's work and then Flynn found proof in the grid? So how's the Dillinger's back here? Because I know the Dillinger's role in the Ares, but I don't know about here. Oh, I see. Smart like his dad. Oh, Oh, I hope I don't fall asleep. I like this already. I will be so mad if I fall asleep this time. Hmm. Why is this guy up here? Uh, uh. What? This is definitely not going to be my last Tron watch party. Because when Aries does stream, we have to see that. I think I might even see the extended Tron extended. We going to the arcade? What? What? Listen to the music. I'm weak. It kind of sounds like a song. Live it on a prayer. Oh! Oh, I'm telling you right now, it's Aries. Dude, I just put some of those songs on. I have a bop playlist on Spotify. I already put some of their stuff on my playlist. I was like, we still have 1 hour and 46 minutes to change our mind, but plus TikTok got all those songs in heavy circuit, so now you have different associations with it. Do you have a favorite soundtrack between the two? I'm assuming you saw Legacy already. What? I travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Ever since I saw the Breakfast Club, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like in love with all the 80s music and just everything. That it's what? There's something about it. It's got like this vibe. Some of it's a little undertone R-rated, but it's just got a vibe about it. Ooh. You still hear the music in the background. But it's crazy the song they are playing does tie into the themes of the greed of these tech companies. Some of them wanna use you. You in the grid. Oh. Yo, the grid looks nice, but there's no sunshine in there. Everybody likes the sunshine. This program has no disc. I'm weak. Now I did see some YouTube videos about the level of details they put in the costumes and the design in general. I think costumes alone, I think they said 13 million. Let me look that up real quick. $13 million, yeah. That's a lot of freaking just in costumes. Oh, oh. Considering this movie came out quite some time ago, was it 2010? This looks phenomenal. When did Tron Legacy? Yeah, 2010. What? I'm yarning, but I'm going to do my best not to fall asleep. Oh, look at these shows. Yes, sis. And yo, I love style like this. Oh, 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 oh. that that girl who was just talking, I think she's from America's Top Model. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Yes. America's Top Model used to be my show. Good luck with that, homie. I hope you play games like your dad. Dang. If his eyes are really that blue, wow. Okay, I can see why you said which soundtrack. Okay, okay. They came here to fight. Okay. Battles of the soundtracks. Wow. Look at this freaking set design. What? Oi. Mm. I see running from the cops has done him well.
Figure, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Just look at it. Just, oh, figure, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, they were like, "What's this liquid stuff?" This outfit is so, yo, I need this outfit in my life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's Daddy. Dad. Yo, I need that outfit in my life. Shoot. I'll be at Comic Con next year. Like, what? I dare you to identify my outfit. Oh my God, look at his outfit. Look at these outfits. Whoa. Cold blooded. Put the grip aboard before his son. Who does that? That girl, that clue was a picture in the scene where Aries was in London, whatever he was towards the end of the recent movie, I believe. Isn't Clue from the first movie? I'm kind of glad I watched the movie before seeing this live. That helped a lot. Like, I just saw it. These outfits are amazing. Why are we not wearing this like in real life? It's funny though. I did have a light up outfit. I think the third time I saw Tron. I turned them lights off the minute because it was just getting way too much attention. I saw the movie at night, and all you just see is lights walking around New York. I'm like, oh. What the wait, what? Yo, your dad's crazy. Mm. No freaking way. No freaking way. Look at the light cycle. Oh my gosh. This is freaking amazing. Look at this. This is stunning. This came out in 2010. Wow. Ooh, question. Light Cycles 2010 Legacy or Light Cycles Aries? Wow. This is going to be one of the movies I'm going to watch over and over and over and over. This is not Tron 82. This is stunning. Oi! Oi! Mmm. Someone needs to do Tron 80 freaking 2 all over. Updated graphics. You guys have the technology to use the actors that are really in it, but just update everything. Could you imagine Tron 82 with these graphics? Whew. And you only have to do the grid stuff over. You could leave everything. Ugh. Anybody, any hands up if you would love to see Tron 82 done all over? Oh. I have tissue here? Oh, oh, oh. Yo, they are not playing with the action here. They're like Karate Kid style. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I love this, Eric. I love this. Legacy's stunning. Stunning. It might even be able to rival. I can't think it rival Aries, but at least I can say it's very visually beautiful. It's on the same level. Beautiful. Well, actually, I'll be honest. Graphically, this looks a little fuller than Aries, because Aries. Well, I don't want to get stuff away for those who haven't seen it. It's just different. That's all I want to say. It is different. What I can say, you're clearly in the grid longer here, so that's why visually it's different. You're here, you're in the grid longer. Also, I'm a big fan of Daft Punk, and I think they did a great on the Legacy soundtrack. The soundtrack, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little partial to 9 Inch Nails because this is my that's my introduction, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking what I hear. This is very visually stunning sound. Like movies like this give me goosebumps, man. You know how with all the futuristic stuff, my cup of tea. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I gotta turn this up. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're gonna want to see this, guys. Turn around. They gotta do Tron 4. Justice for Tron 4. Oh, the real dad. Oh, 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 oh. You're old. Hmm. So clearly, Clue from part one has changed to something bad. That's crazy because he created Clue, and Clue looks just like him. So essentially, is he fighting himself? Awkward. Oh my gosh, I need her outfit. The only thing about the future, though, like, where's the sun? Did y'all eat the sun? I mean, clearly we're in the grid, so there's no sun. But in a general, like all futuristic films, we barely see the sun unless you live on like Tatooine. That's different. You have multiple suns and you get sand everywhere. Wow. Mm. Without me finishing this film, I do see a difference between Aries and Legacy. Let me see how much. Oh snap! They got blue liquid too. Not blue milk. It's just blue liquid. He he knows. You know, I haven't seen Top Gun yet. Top Gun anything. A little bit of homework for me to do. Tika, are you okay? You okay? Giga. What's wrong? Do you need water? 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 You know, one time the dog needed water and she literally tapped on the glass. Water? Mm. Mm. Oh, I did see F1. Mm. Wait, is that wait, is that Tron? Oh. All right, so Tron's dead. Well, we never saw Tron again. Mm. No way. Yo, Clue is crazy. Mm. He said, "Let me tell you why I was a deadbeat dad. It wasn't my fault. I would clear the air too." Cause Sam's giving his look like you came here to be with this sexy lady. Well, she is sexy. I wouldn't come back home either if I was with her. Mm. Mm. In this movie, Tron is barely referred, but refer. I can't even get it out. But shown twice or so. They say he was corrupt, and his suit is now red. Oh, okay. That's Clue. Clue. He- Mm. Did you just call your dad a coward? Why? Why is he going home when he got this sexy woman with him? What are you blind, Sam? He played in this movie by the stunt actor Ray Park, who played Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace. And yo, that's cool facts. That is so cool to know. Mm. Kiga, what are you staring at, babe? Oh, I got a kiss from Giggy. Giggy. You don't want to go to your own bed? There's no TV. Here, I'm gonna. It's interesting. The dog will not watch tablets, but she will only watch a TV. Even I don't think this is her kind of movie. She likes movies with animals in it. Oh my god, this is so much love. Why? What did I do to deserve this? Oh, Still being here. Bye, Dad. Mm, this looks so cool. It looks like the light cycles from the 82 movie. What are we doing? How do we get such beautiful everything? Oh, he found him. Mm. You trying to make sure I don't fall asleep again? Okay. And and it's the music. You ever pet your furry friend? I don't like calling pets, but and get chills. So much love today. What did I do to get all this love? I noticed she loves me extra more. Like she got fresh homemade food today. So I guess this is the love I get back for a good meal. All right, Booby. You're distracting even and you're giving me goosebumps. Oh no, she doesn't want to go. Giggy. Giggy. Come on. Go to your bed. Either go to your bed or go to my bed. Yo, Clue is a hot mess. Clue and his coons. Oh, I need Clue's outfit in my life. Like, that's fashion. This is fashion on steroids. Oh, oh. Wow. Mm.
This is going to be quite a ride.
Oh wait. Ah. Who needs enemies with friends like this? Wow. Hey, Oh, it's a girl crying. I'm done. Oh. 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 No. No. Cora. No. Oh. It's so interesting, especially with Tron Ares and Tron Legacy, that music, I don't know if it's intended to be that way, but the music itself is a character. It is so powerful in both movies. Oh, no, it's this. No, 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 no. I know you. No, no. Who's this? The Joker of freaking Tronsville? This is one of the best movies ever. Listen, son, I need you to continue with her. I need that disc back. So much manipulation to get him out, to get this guy exposed. They were like, we know how to get Flynn. Get his son. Your friend is dead or dying. Oh, oh. Kids always mess up with your Zen thing. Mm. Is she dead? I mean, I guess not if they're still carrying her. But she looks dead. Oh, she's a ISO. Wow. Mm. Now I wonder if she's the reason for something that happens in Aries. My only son, Sam. This is so epic. Make this make sense. Wow. Dr. Tron in the building. You just got my disc stolen. Wow. What a beautiful piece of freaking cinema. You presume, bro? You were about to get hurt. I gotta look at my movie tickets. I'm gonna have to make some rearrangements because I need to watch I'll rewatch this again for sure. Tickets. We got tickets. Oh, excuse me. See a movie, Aries. I'm alive as you want me to be. Mm. Dude, he about to kill you, but no way. No way. Mhm. Zeus is a jerk. Zeus is a jerk. The more I see this movie, the more I understand the discourse. Awkward. We still have what, another 30, 40 minutes, but I get it now. Sugar. I get it. And if I huh. Mm. Is she the last ISO? Right? I was like, get me out of here. There's no sun. Oops. What did I press? Justice for Tron! Justice for Tron! No way. No way. No way. Mm. Mm. Wow. Mm. Greetings, programs. Shoot, I gotta go to the bathroom. No way. It's the worst timing.
Where are you now? My fellow programs, let there be no doubt that our world is a cage no more. For at this moment, the key to the next frontier is finally in our possession. It is. And unlike our selfish creator, who reserved the privilege of our world only for himself, I will make their world open and available to all of us.
I'm just gonna have to hold it. I'm not missing this.
He's taking all this with him. He's figured out how to do it.
Mm. Who's going to tell him his dad ain't coming back? Hmm. Look at all these freaking programs. This is so insanely impressive. Visually stunning. Oops, oops. Do, 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 do. If that guy with the double disc is Tron, how could they beat him? If that's him. But I think that's Tron. I love how the movie set up Sam's ability outside the grid and how that stuff is carrying over in the grid. Oh man, it's the little things, these little things. Man. Mm. 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 Mm.
Head towards the light, Cora. Where did you learn that move back there? Incom Tower. A couple nights ago.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, I'm all over this.
This is stunning. Considering I've been up for almost 24 hours, this movie is on a different level of attention grabbing. It keeps you locked.
I don't think this is a good idea. You're probably right. Tron, what have you become?
Hmm.
Take this shot. Finish the game.
Oh no. Wow.
It's over. It's over.
No, it's not. Where the hell is crazy ass Clue?
Something I need you to do.
Mmm. Oh, it fixed him. Of course, I'm falling asleep at the most important part, the freaking end. How much time is left? All right, Trishy. 17 minutes, sis. You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. At least if I fall asleep, it's justified. I had no sleep today, thanks to that heater. Mmm. Mmm. Hmm. Oh no. Oh, he swapped it. Ah! Mm. Wait a minute. This movie is epic. Like you hold your breath watching something like this. What did I just witness? You haven't seen your dad in God knows how long, only to see him die again. Wait, but that's Kiara girl, the ISO girl. Where'd she go? Wait, is she real? Can they procreate? Mm. Mm. Oh man, I understand everything now. Everything. Wow. Wow. I cannot wait to see Aries again. So, oh wow, she's here. Holy. She's Oh, the sun. This is a really good story. I I see why everybody's so mad. Oh my gosh. I am so glad. When I reviewed my little review that I disclosed I did not see what came before it. Let's I don't think there's a post credits. So let me just stop the clock. Let me say I'm so glad. I'm so glad I saw this. Oh wow. All right. Well, my thoughts. This was one amazing piece of art. Let's just call it for what it is. This is art. Hold on, my hair got messed up. I hope you guys don't mind. As I have my Tron influenced hairstyle. Okay. All right. I get movie. The movie itself is awesome. Very well. I love the story. I love the graphics. I love the music. I still like Nine Inch Nails better, but checks all the boxes, ties into the first movie really well. Well, it wasn't much to tie in. It was just finding Flint. Um, I really like it. I love how you're invested with the characters. Sam, Kiara, I think that's her name. Of course, Flynn. I even felt bad for Clue when Clue said, you know, we were supposed to do this together. You know, he felt betrayed by Flynn. So, of course, he retaliated. He's like, no, we were supposed to build this perfect world together. And we were supposed to like do this together. And it's interesting in all three movies, without giving too much away, it's that unknown factor, that uncontrollable that makes the technology dangerous. I mean, we're, you know, even though this is not an AI movie, Legacy, I mean, Ares is AI, but the technology is unknown. You don't know how it can turn on you. Yeah, Legacy is fire. Legacy, oh man. So I'm gonna say Legacy's a little. They're both good movies. I like Ares and I like Legacy, but I understand why the fans were upset. I don't want to say too much because I don't want people who haven't seen Ares yet to like get the movie spoiled. But I have a feeling if Tron 4 becomes a thing, then everything will be addressed in Tron 4. I think everything will tie in better. You guys got to make you have to make Tron 4. I'm sorry. You have to. Final answer. You have to. Final answer. Because at the end of the day, there are things that need to be addressed. Point blank, period. I mean, even I have questions. Okay, hopefully without messing it, possible spoilers if you haven't seen Ares. I'm wondering why there wasn't more connective tissue between 2 and 3. I'm hoping when I go see it later on this week that maybe there is some connective tissue, maybe it's a subliminal. Now I'm going to be watching reviews about Legacy on steroids. I need a review about Legacy and Ares. Maybe someone did find some connective tissue. Who knows? Wow. Shoot. I would say I'm partially more of an Ares fan only because that was my first movie, the music, just everything. But I love the world building in Legacy. You're more connected with the characters. They're both good movies though, for what it's worth. They could do so much with the Tron world, especially in the technology age we're experiencing right now with AI. Absolutely. I hope there's someone on the Disney side saying, hey, the numbers weren't where we needed them to be in the box office, but we believe in this franchise and we're going to move forward. Whatever that means. Wow. That was a beautiful movie. I actually stood awake and only I've been up for 23 hours. It's going to be 24 hours and exactly 1 hour, and I'm still awake. I can't wait to see this movie again. Legacy, gotta put it in my top 5 movies, or sci-fi. Like this was really enjoyable. So beautiful. The costumes, the music, the freaking story, the motives. You know, I love how you had your bookends. Whatever happens in the beginning of the movie ties in the middle, and whatever happens in the movie in the middle movie ties in the end. Now, of course, you know, I'm trying not to mess things up. We have some questions. What happens now? Tron had fell into that. I forgot what it's called. That infinity pool, whatever that thing was. He survived it before, so I'm assuming since he was corrupt, it reset him for the better. So I have so many questions. If you were to watch Aries, go with zero expectations. I did reference this because I was going by other people's reviews, but they are right. There's more connection with 1 and Aries, and I would have to do some research to see if there was some more connectivity with 2. To all the fans that were upset because they had expectations of Tron 3, your disappointment is justified. I'm going to have to, I get it. I do get it. And if I saw Tron in order, or if I just saw Legacy, I probably would have had similar reactions because I had expectations. I think the director of Tron Aries would have to explain to us maybe the why, not unless the why gets answered in Tron 4, which means, guys, we need my wish. We need my wish. Make Tron 4 happen. And Tron 4 will be the reboot. And I mean reboot, like start all over. But Tron 4, if made correctly, because clearly you got the music and graphic things down to the freaking nail. Tron 4 could be that awesome surge in the franchise that Disney's always wanted for that brand. It's a very niche fandom. Like, I've never had desire to watch Tron. I think the only reason why I gave it a shot, in New York, they had Tron on the train, like literally the whole train on the shuttle was Tron. They had this big old billboard in Times Square. They had Tron billboards everywhere. They put and then remember when they had the premieres, you were just like, dang, they really want us to see Tron. So the marketing was brilliant. But Tron was like the Matrix before the Matrix. Yes. A different focus and theme, but very similar. You're so right. Even Red Letter Media, who's notoriously tough on movies, gave Tron Aries a recommend. Yeah, that's good to see. But now we know. So honestly, I'm going to give a sincere apology to the fans who saw Legacy, saw Aries, and was disappointed. Your disappointment is justified. However, I still think Aries is a good movie. And I feel like if given another shot, if given that 4th movie or that Disney Plus series that is done very well, a lot of things can get fixed. Because I don't think nothing was broken. I just feel like things were left unanswered. And I think that's what the fans are mad about. Yeah, man. You know what? When Tron streams, I think I'm going to spend the money and get it in real time. And we're going to do a watch party. Now, if I get Disney Plus that's ad free, we're just going to wait till it's on Disney Plus. But like I said, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with my streaming platforms. Of course, I'm not going to get rid of Disney Plus, but I just might keep it in an ad tier. Like I said, money is super tight. Waiting for that miracle, but a lot could happen between today and tomorrow. I'm always claiming abundance and things being better in God's timing, of course. I feel like Tron franchise is like the Blade Runner franchise. Loyal fans and devoted fans, but extreme niche. Yes. Now I haven't seen Blade Runner, but I have seen that comparison on YouTube and TikTok. But I think Tron has. Well, I need to see Blade Runner before I say what I'm about to say. That's why I'm so glad I said what I said. Sometimes I know, like, don't say nothing till you see what came before it, Trish. But I will definitely probably check Blade Runner out. Like, that could be a possible thing I could do for this channel. And just imagine if we just continue not falling asleep. But you know what I've learned in this whole situation? Uh, this is probably one of the best things I've seen in a watch party setting. It was just, did I fall asleep for a millisecond? Yes, but I also had no sleep like for almost the whole day. So it was justified. This movie just grabbed me from the beginning, Sam jumping off the building, like just everything was just hook. They could really do a lot with Tron Disney. Yeah. I don't know how much money Tron Ares lost, but if you can't do Tron 4, do a Tron series and do the fan service thing. Do the fan service thing. Tron Legacy is a perfect. It's truly. This is so good. If there's a Tron Legacy extended version, so I definitely want to revisit the Tron watch parties once Ares comes out. So then maybe we'll do Tron 82, the extended version, which is a 4-hour movie. Hopefully I won't fall asleep. If there's something special with this series, with the Legacy, we'll watch that. And of course, we're going to watch Ares. I will keep my ears open to the street to find out when is it releasing in a streaming form. I'm probably going to buy it because I've seen Ares. It'll be, by the time this week is over, it'll be 7 times. And now that I have new insight and I could research and learn about the lore about Tron, this is definitely my alley though. Like anything I've ever loved as a child always had to do with the futures, whether it been the Jetsons, whether it's Star Trek, of course Star Wars. That's always been my thing. Oh, like always. Even Flash Gordon. Remember Flash? Like a world of the future or a world that's so unknown and so foreign to us. But now, like, as AI is forming and we're seeing the possibilities of flying cars and this world that we've been seeing in cinema all our lives being a reality, it's like, I don't know, I've always found the future stuff so cool. Have you checked out the Tron animated movie? No, I think it came out around the time of Legacy, and I believe it's canon. You know what? I think that would be a good thing to pick up. That'd be a good thing to pick up. I might have to like pretty much pay for Disney Plus to come out of ad services, but when I say Flash was my thing, that was my freaking movie, bro. That was my thing. Man, this might have been one of my favorite watch parties of all times. This movie was freaking amazing. I couldn't ask for a better movie to be exhausted on. Like, there was no way I was going to go to sleep to this. No way. Dude, I'm all in. I'm all in. I'll do my research because we were supposed to do Karate Kid, but there's some hiccups that I'll talk to my partner to in private, and I'm gonna have to just scrap that idea. But I'm always for a redirection. My gut saying stick it out with Tron. Are people pissed? Are people upset? Yes, everyone's justified. I think where I got annoyed was there was a narrative, and some of us picked up on it. And once we saw the movie for ourselves, I'm like, y'all putting 20 on 10. Y'all putting 20 on 10. I would say Legacy probably has the best story of the three. I will say that. But there still was enough story in Aries to like not you all know what I'm talking about. We're not going to get into this, but the point is it felt sus. And again, maybe the narrative is justified. Maybe there are things that people are aware of and they were just like, listen, we need someone to go away. Who knows? Um everything's new to me. Tron's new to me, Jared, Leno, everything's new. So I don't know what's going on, but I have plenty of time to research and figure out what's going on. This was really cool, guys. Hopefully for those who did want to see Tron Ares in theaters, see it as soon as you can. Like I said, they are pulling out theaters if you are AMC Regal goer. New York, we also have this thing called the Alamo, but Alamo is definitely not known to have big movie houses. Alamo's more like a luxury experience, you know, the food being served to you, this, that, and the third. And they seem to tend more on the independent film side. But, you know, maybe Alamo has it, but in New York, we have very limited cinema houses. So yeah, you know, do I go to other cinema houses? Sure, but usually not when I'm in New York, because when I'm in the county or in places that don't have Regal or Regal or AMC. I feel you on Tron Ares had more story to tell, but it felt like it has been cut down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Alamo Drag House. I really want to go. You should. I'm so lucky. My mom introduced me to that place. It was Mother's Day, if I'm not mistaken. And we went to the one in this place called Yonkers. Beautiful, beautiful experience. And of course, even more beautiful memory. Because, you know, my mom's no longer here. So, you know, I love when someone takes me to a new experience. And I remember one time recently, rather recently, I saw the Life Day documentary at the Alamo. I took the Metro North there, then I had to take an Uber to get there. But I went there because I said I remember this wonderful experience with my mom. Now the good news is I don't have to go to the county anymore. Alamo's now in Brooklyn, I believe. No, I think Brooklyn and the lower Manhattan, which I'm not a fan of lower Manhattan. It's not easy for me to get to, but the point is I don't have to spend, you know, obscene amount of money in traveling to get to Alamo if I have to do the Alamo thing again. But it's a beautiful experience. Beautiful menu, just beautiful everything. Like it's definitely worth experiencing. So I hope you get to experience it yourself, Zanny. Like so cool. But this is a good one, guys. If you haven't seen Tron Legacy, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. If I don't know if I can answer which one's the best of the two, but it definitely gives Ares a good rival, you know. I just think I'm sure if I saw this movie the other way around, I probably would have been more of a Tron Legacy fan, if that makes sense. But how you get into the fandom is how you get into the fandom, and you can't undo your perspective of it. So it is what it is. Like, you know, I love the soundtrack to Aries better because again, it's my introduction. It's just it is what it is. So I can't like great watch party I was there for most of it while working. Oh, thank you. And I always love having you around. You, Eric, y'all have been keeping me do these watch parties because of what I've noticed because I disappeared for a month. I guess YouTube put me on a timeout and it's not pushing out these watch parties anymore. So I have to start from scratch. I have no regrets though, because the I was so exhausted that I just what's a watch party if you're legitly asleep for half of it? Like make it make sense. And it was just happening week after week. And that's when I realized you gotta listen to your body, you're not good. So yeah, so here's to starting over. And I think we're about to enter the world of Tron. We are going to be all troned out, at least for a while. Now, I will say this. I do owe you a watch party for Jaws. So the next movie will be Jaws Revenge. Um Probably next week. I'll be cutting my in person movie visits down a lot. It's getting cold in New York. I'm not a fan of cold. I'm just not. So instead of me going to the movies 5,000 times a week, maybe one, twice tops. So we'll have more time to come back to this. I play as a live. Yes, that song is my. Even that soundtrack. That soundtrack sounds like the future. I always say like there's not enough markers of music or clothing or furniture or anything marking that we're in the future or we're in a different time. Like I feel like we keep going to throwbacks to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. There's nothing wrong with those eras. There's nothing wrong with the things that came before it. But there's no distinguished markers. Like, did you see the clothes and freaking Tron Legacy? Shoot. I need Clue's outfit. I'm not kidding. I need that for me. Listen, I don't know if anybody from Disney sees this, but when I get to my goal weight, I would love a Taylor Clue outfit for me, or any of those outfits for me. Shoot, man, this is amazing. Thank you so much. We're gonna need a bigger thing of sleep. But like I said, I think I figured out the sleep issue. I have exactly 7 days to stick to my new regimen, and hopefully that will solve the problem. It's honestly me just being exhausted. I had insomnia for the month that whole jaw things happened. It just wasn't sleeping. So of course today's doesn't count. So starting, I'm gonna say Friday, I could probably start getting into my pattern of sleep. I even made sure that some of the days I see movies are much, much earlier so I can be in bed at a proper time. So do you like The Shining? Heck no. I'm terrified of stuff like that. I think I might be able to handle that one though, because I think I did see that once. Maybe I can rock with that. I just saw where they're going to be in IMAX for the first time ever in December. I want to see that along with Back to the Future. So here's my dilemma with Back to the Future. Back to the Future has a 4DX experience in New York, and they're supposed to have it in IMAX, but I'm actually probably when I get off this live, I'll see if those IMAX listings have went up yet. Now, if I see it in IMAX at AMC, it costs me whatever I pay my monthly fee with AMC. But of course, because I've seen Back to the Future so many times, I want to see it in a different kind of way. Now, of course, I could see it in both experiences because one wouldn't cost me extra, but I'm trying to be more responsible with my money. I'll let you know how that turns out. Like, knowing me, I'm probably going to do the 4DX because I'm just like, I don't go to 4DX often. And if I'm not mistaken, there's no other movie I want to see in 4DX for the rest of the year. Because Avatar and Wicked and all those other things, I'm just going to see it in a regular screen. But I feel like Back to the Future, I would really appreciate that experience. We'll see. I saw a little bit of your vegan stream on TikTok whenever you were at last. I can't remember the stream I did on TikTok last. I know in the near future, though, I will be doing more TikTok live working out from home. As much as I love going to the gym, well, I'll rephrase this. I don't love going to the gym. I love the results of the gym. I just don't have time to go to the gym. So I found some really cool workouts from YouTube that can probably do with you guys live. Because I really want to like encourage people to like find solutions to fitness and health. It's not easy. I mean, Like I said, I do prefer the gym because you have so many levels of weights and stuff. But I'm at the level of fitness that I can still get a good workout from home. I just bought some 15-pound weights and a weighted vest. So like I could just put multiple weighted things on me if I need to challenge myself, you know. Cause I'm like, it's winter and I work in customer service. There's no way I'm gonna go to the gym. No way. But we're gonna work out from home. I really wish we had a 40X around here. Expensive, but definitely sounds worth it. I found out a lot of people don't have a 40X experiences, like a lot, a lot. Um, I hope for you to experience that sometime. Um, 40X is expensive, but if you go at Regal on the discount Tuesdays, if you're part of that Regal program, it's like $20 instead of like 40. So, if I do the Regal thing, it's probably just going to be on a discounted night. I gotta see how my money is. I have a lot of things going on personally that requires a lot of level of discipline with money and focus. Because people were asking me, "Oh, are you going to get the Back to the Future popcorn bucket?" And I said, "I don't think so." I spent, like I said, I did have some AMC gift cards, but unfortunately, the Regal stuff, especially the most expensive thing, wasn't in a gift card. I had to pay for that, and I got to figure out how to put it back on my card. But once I saw, like, we put the Tron light cycle in the living room, it's so freaking cool because the living room's already black and red. And then I have like the Spidey Miles Morales black and red mask. It just looks so freaking cool. It's so freaking cool. So we're about to add some more Revenge of the Sith stuff, black and red. So the living room is going to have its own vibe. If I had to pick between Tron and Back to the Future, I'm going to stick with Tron. I really like this light cycle thing. And it was so crazy. I didn't think I was going to get it because the light cycles came out, I think two and a half weeks after the movie came out. So it was just random. But the manager, when I had got the first bucket set, she said, "Hey, they're going to come any day." So I was actually in the Times Square area and something just said, "Go over to Regal." And initially I got so excited because I just saw it on the shelf, and then that one was super broken. So then the girl, she said, "I think we have another one." She goes, she gives me another one. It was fine. And I just felt like that was meant for me to have because I wasn't going to like kill myself to get it. I said, if it's meant for me to get it, it's going to come effortlessly, and it did. So I'm happy with that purchase. Like all my popcorn, anything I buy, there's a story behind it. And I wanted to get something to remember seeing Tron so many times and just how aesthetically beautiful the movie was and the soundtrack and just how it inspired me on a personal level with my fashion and me to be more futuristic and more daring. I felt that inspiration with also Fantastic Four. Just some things when you see it just inspires you to just, I don't know, like go back into your creative juices. So I had to get the bucket. I'm sorry. Do you like people during the pandemic? Do you wait? You can do like people during the pandemic did and do the insanity workout. I heard it's really effective. I can look into that. The kind of workouts I'm looking into specifically, though, I noticed because now I tape myself a lot. My back is hunching, so I found stuff to strengthen my back. I really need to work on my posture. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with us being on the computers all the time. Like, as I'm talking, I'm like, let me stand up straight. I want to work on my glutes. I saw some improvement from last year to this year, but I really want to get my body the way it was. I never had like a black girl big booty, but I used to have a really nice athletic body because I used to work out all the time. So, glutes is a top thing for me. Of course, my stomach, um, and I would say glutes. So if insanity has things that could, But of course we're going to try to do everything free first. And maybe if any YouTubers or TikTokers want to collab with me for showing results before and after from home, I've been really consistent in the last year and 2 months. So I think I'm worth risking, because I'm not stopping till my health is back where it is or better, and I'm not stopping till my body is in a place where I'm now no longer sick. I don't think skinny is my goal this time. I just think fit. You know, I don't know what that means yet. Like I don't know what it looks like yet because I kind of got used to being bigger, to be honest. But because of my health issues, I have to keep going. I gotta just keep see this through. It is what it is. That light cycle popcorn bucket was real cool. Thank you. It's stunning. Like it's more like a piece of art. I have popcorn in it now, but it'll be the first and last time it'll be popcorn in it because it's a very fragile bucket. It's more like a decorating piece. But I have a gazillion buckets. I don't need to use it as food. My other buckets I use. Some people think it's blasphemy the way I use my buckets, but I brought them to use, not to like decorate. This one is decoration. It's stunning. Thank you so much, man. It was fun. Everything about the whole Tron thing has been super fun. My last cosplay is funny. I will reveal part of the outfit. It's funny as hell. The my Dark Vader dress makes a great Tron outfit. I found a way to not make it look like a Dark Vader dress because I'm running out of things to wear. Like I have a cute tutu that I wore recently. It looks cute on video because it's hiding that it's too small for me still. But and then I have another tutu that I lost somewhere stuck in this crazy apartment. So then I found the Dark Vader dress and I said, well, that's going to be my last cosplay, and then just change the accessories and make it more Tron-like. It's really cool. Ha! Trisha is finally to be back in her cheerleading bag. Listen, I'm a cheerleader for life. For life. I love me a nice little short skirt. Even though some of my friends be like, "Aren't you too old for that?" No, I'm going to be one of them old people that wears everything that breaks the rules, and I don't care. I don't care. Especially now, I feel like Gen X will redefine what aging is. Give credit where credit is due, like Madonna and uh well, I think Janet's Gen X too, but Madonna's not. I think Madonna's actually a boomer. And and Cher, they redefine what aging could look like. There's this vegan lady, she's like in her 70s and she looks like she's in her 40s. Listen, not all of us want to look like grandmas. I mean, if you want to look like a grandma, good for you. It won't be me. Okay. So it's 3:00 on the dot. I definitely go to bed. In 30 minutes, I would have been up for 24 hours, and I have a very long day tomorrow. Well, today. But gotta get ready for the Thriller Challenge from my Michael Jackson fam. And I got a big report that I gotta work on for work. Some other stuff gotta go. So, but I'm glad I did this because I was going to cancel. I'm like, no, you said you were going to be here. Show up, sis. So as always, thank you, Eric and Dan. And also there was somebody else that was here earlier. Oh my God, Sarah. Thank you all for coming through. And I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully next Wednesday to do the Jaws thing. And as always, good morning, good night, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Bye. Bye, Danny. You are the best. This really was. Oh, hold on. You put something before. Jeanette is definitely fighting aging. Yo, I found out Jared is older than me. And I would like to know how he looks so freaking young. Bro, if there is some kind of regimen you're doing, bro, is it stem cells? Is it a good moisturizer? Jared looks ageless. I actually have a friend. She's a she might be a age or two older than Jared, but she's ageless too. Every time we go out, they card her. And we'd be cracking up. I said, this lady's in her mid 50s, but she looks stunning. But I do know her secret. She dunks her face in cold water every day, which I'm gonna start doing because my age is definitely starting to show and I gotta fix that. But yeah. But I know my issue. Bad diet. I don't sleep. I don't even have a skin routine. I just like put coconut oil on my face and leave. But I know for a fact everything's reversible, you know, but it starts with sleep, water, and taking the crappy food out. So 2025, 2026, I'm definitely more focused on eating way, 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 way better. Yo, I'm not going to be mounting. I'm not going to be doing any mountain climbing, but yeah, he looks amazing. Yo, it's funny. He addressed that whole thing. Like, Jared is definitely aware of what's being said about him, but I don't know what to say of the Jared thing. He seems cool. That's all I'm gonna say. But because Hollywood's Hollywood, I learned don't defend anybody moving forward. Just hope everything's a lie and just leave it alone. So, right? Like we listen. Honestly, I actually gotta reach out to my partner on my vegan channel. There are some cool things I want to introduce to you guys. It's not going to be cheap, but this is how I see it. Like, for example, like the money I spend in junk food is through the roof. Like sometimes I could spend like $200 to $400 just in Uber Eats and like eating out. Now, of course, I'm not doing that now, but even at the movie theater last week, I spent $35 at the concession stand, and it was all food. So now, granted, I had a $25 gift card. $35. Let's say if I went to the movies every week and spent $35 a week, right? That's like $140 a month. If I don't spend money in that direction, I could spend money in healthier things like there's other things I need to like spend my money on, especially if I'm trying to reverse aging and or slow it down, you know. But sometimes we have the money, we just don't realize it. Like I've definitely gotten better with the whole popcorn bucket crap. I know it doesn't look like it because of the whole Tron nonsense, but there's been a couple of buckets you have not seen me with, and I'm just like, Like, nope, I'll pass, because it's just like, one, I'm running out of space. Two, I'm running out of money, and three, I need to like focus on my health. So, plus, I mean, how many popcorn buckets does a girl need? You know. So that's my tangent for the day. I'm probably on I Love the Jackson Family later on tonight. No promises, but more likely I'll be on tonight, at least for like an hour. And until my next post, Gadget is out. Love you, Danny. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.